You're welcome to Trending Now on the Saturday Breakfast Show. I am Adebanke Ojunui, and this is the segment where we catch up on the gist and hot topics that got social media buzzing this week. So let's dive in. Hashtag Justice for Ochania has continued to trend for more than a week now and shows no signs of abating. Over the past few days, several notable figures such as Tiwa Savage, Ira Star, Shafi Bello, Aisha Yusufu, have lent their voices to the call. Family members of the late victim have also started to speak out as videos of her father, mother, and brother speaking about the ordeal surfaced online during the week. Just yesterday, in a very heartbreaking video, her brother, John Ame, lamented bitterly over the incident and appealed to the Inspector General of Police to please take action. Speaking in a recent interview, he expressed his grievance over the prolonged lack of justice and urged the IG to intervene. He noted that the renewed call for justice had reopened old wounds, though the support they had received from Nigerians also provided comfort. Online, many Nigerians showed that they could speak in unison as they called out for justice for the late Ochania. Let's see some of those tweets. Olori says, we need to talk about how society is quick to punish women for the sins of men. Winifred was a teenager when her father and brother abused Ochania, and she even reported it to her mom, who covered it. The men who committed the abuse are guilty, and women have been forced to carry the shame of men for centuries. It needs to end. Let's move on to our next story. Nigeria is often called one of the most religious countries in the world, and now it's buzzing again, and this time it's not because of Sunday service. Grammy Award winning artist Burna Boy has set social media alight after sharing his rather unfiltered thoughts on religion. In a viral clip making rounds, he said that religion is a control mechanism, suggesting that it's less about divine truth and more about human design. According to Burna Boy, many long-held beliefs actually trace back to ancient forms of sun worship, not exactly the same way that most people were expecting, But before anyone can start calling for a deliverance service, Burna Boy had clarified that he's also faithful. He has faith. And in fact, he described himself as deeply spiritual, saying he meditates often and believes every person is a creation of a higher power. Still, his take hit a nerve across Nigeria, with opinions split right down the middle. Some hail his comments as bold and thought-provoking, while others say he wandered a little too far from the choir stand. Let's take some tweets. Versace says, honestly, if you can behave and have your attitude coordinated, you definitely don't need any religion to survive. Religion is something designated to keep humans in check and control them by dictating what they should and what they shouldn't do. Let's take another tweet. Adepoju says, make everyone just believe what they think is right. But for me, I believe in religion because it serves as a guide and template on how I should serve my Creator. Let's move to our last story, and we take a trip to the U.S. as reports reaching us state that the Black Lives Matter movement and its founders, Patrice Cullors and Alicia Garza, have found themselves in the hot seat as a federal investigation is underway into what happened to roughly $90 million in donations. The U.S. Department of Justice is said to be taking a closer look at claims as some of that hefty sum may have been creatively managed following the tidal wave of support and cash that poured in after the 2020 George Floyd protest. Back in 2022, BLM faced major backlash after revelations that its leaders had purchased a $6 million property in Los Angeles, reportedly with donor funds. The internet had expected went into full detective mood, and not long after, our co-founder Patrice Cullors announced her departure. BLM leadership, however, insists that everything was above board. No shady business here, thank you very much. Still, the investigation unfolds as the public opinions are flying fast and furious, and everybody has got something to say. Let's take some of those responses. Only one says, while I believe BLM funds may have been misappropriated, I don't trust Trump's government to do a thorough investigation devoid of racial biases. There are 1,000 other NGOs misappropriating funds, mostly run by white Christian pastors. But yes, let's attack these black women instead. We'll take another tweet. I like what he said. Okay. That's all that we have. So, Emmanuel and Winnie, what do you have to say about my story today?
Basically, investigation is still on Black Lives Matters.
Oh,
we hope to see more revelations concerning that. And for me, I am standing justice for China at the moment. Enough of all this child molestation that we are seeing in the country. It's barbaric, it's absurd.
Definitely. Winifred, what do you have to say? I know that as a woman, you obviously champion for justice for the late China.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the China story is a very, very sad one, and it's deplorable. But it's interesting to see or to note, rather, that these things actually happen. But I love the fact that because of where we are and then the country we are in right now, a lot of times we don't hear it because of cultural things. These things are protected. However, now, thanks to the media, right? So this case is being reopened. Yes. Thanks to the media, situations like this are being brought to the fore. Because even recently as well, we had a man arrested this week for defiling 2 of his daughters. They were actually his daughters living with him and all of that. But of course, justice must prevail and all of that.
This incident happened in 2018, and we're now seeing a lot of revelation at the moment.
I'm surprised you didn't talk about my second story.
Oh, that particular story? Well, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Use your brain. Not everything they give you on the pulpit. For me,
it's spirituality over religion, to be very honest. For me, that's what it is.
It's a fine place to live it this morning.
Absolutely.
It's been an interesting time on Breakfast Saturday this morning.
Absolutely.
But let's tell you that the views and reactions of our resource persons are theirs and have no connection with TVC News. Like come your way again, I remain Emmanuel Ajayi.
And I am Winfrey Agbeleshe. We'll see you again next week, Saturday. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day.
God bless you.
God bless you.
And God bless Nigeria.
God bless you.